Hi, I'm Tim with Willow's Way Farm. We had a couple issues with the garden. Turned into a kind of a full-blown video. I mean, there's only so much we can cram into 15 minutes, and we try not to bore people. But so this is that. We're kind of in the middle of doing another video when I had to kind of break in and put the garden one together, and I thought, well, I didn't do an intro, so I took a break from what I'm doing right now, which is going to be another video, and yeah, I hope you enjoy both of them. The garden video will be on tonight. Probably a couple of days we'll do another video of our latest project. More of a homesteading thing, not so much of just a farm thing, but that's our channel's more homestead based, I guess. So enjoy. Well, we're out here working in the garden. Dumb deer. Well, you can see this right here. We have never had problems with deer eating. Look at this. We've never had trouble with deer eating pickles and peppers. And we had to break down today, and I bet they nipped off probably 50 pepper plants. You can see what they're doing to them right here. So I've laid out, we went and bought peppers. The local greenhouse has them on sale right now for $5 a flat because they're late season. Which, yeah, I don't even know what to think. So we're putting in, well, Wyatt is putting in posts tonight, every other row, and you'll hear a clank, clank, clank here in a second. But he's putting in posts at both ends of the garden, and we're gonna tie pie tins to like a 3-foot lead off of baler twine. See, you can see these right here. See what they're doing here. They wiped out, what, 3, 6, 9. There's 9 right at the very end. Actually more than that. 10, 11, 12, 13, right at the very end of the row. And they're hit and miss all the way down through there. So and yeah, I know we have a huge grass and weed issue. It's not hard to take care of. It's just, I've just got to take care of it. It's not as bad as what it looks. So it'll take me about 2 hours, and I can have about 3/4 of this cleaned up, just with the tiller and the Kubota. So, but thankfully the greenhouse had, I don't know, you can see they're actually really nice plants. Oh, those are green bells right there. You know, what are they? 14 to 16 inches tall, probably. So, you know, we're fortunate they had big peppers this time of year, because otherwise we would have just been lost. But yeah, everything's coming on in the garden though. I don't know what kind of squash these are over here. The squash are starting to do good, and you can see all these little cut areas in the plastic where the deer have been stepping on the plastic and tearing it up. Oh, well, see my corn? They're eating the tops off the corn. Now it's young enough that it'll probably spring back, but these won't. I mean, if you see that, they nipped them right off at the bottom. A bunch of them are nipped off. We'll have to replant some of that too. The deer are a lot worse this year than they ever have been. So we're gonna try simple things first, and then we're gonna try, well, if we have to, we'll resort to that I don't know what it is. It's like a rabbit and deer repellent. I don't like using it. I don't know what's in it, but yeah. So yeah, this is where we're at. So all right, just a little update. We'll start rototilling, and I'll show you how well it cleans up. Okay, this is I know they're not pie tins, okay, don't get too critical on me. They're sheet aluminum sheet pans, but what happens is it doesn't take much of a breeze, and they kind of flip and flutter in the wind just a little bit. It's really calm tonight, so it's not happening, but we got them set them at different heights. And believe it or not, that's worked for us in the past. Why, it's way down there at that end. I'm putting some more up. And then we've got this end done. We're gonna put a few along that side, because what they're doing is they're coming across the road over that berm and then into the garden that way, along with coming out of the swamp. So yeah, it's pretty frustrating. I don't know, disappointing, I guess. I don't know. But Cheryl's redoing. They ate almost all of our broccoli. This is our fenced in area. Obviously it's 2-foot chicken wire, so they stepped right over it. But they ate all but 4 plants of our broccoli. So she's putting more Brussels sprouts in right now. They should make it. It's a cold weather crop. You know, we can let them run into, actually we can let them run all the way into November. So a little bit of frost doesn't hurt them, a little bit of freezing doesn't hurt them. But I mean, this is the cabbage that kind of took off and went. It's coming along pretty good. And then there's some Brussels sprouts in there too, and string beans, they look pretty good, but they need to be cleaned up a little, but you know, they're not bad. And then the row that Cheryl's working in, we're gonna have there's some more cabbage in that row too, some red cabbage and stuff to make red hot coleslaw or spicy coleslaw. So we're not gonna do a lot of coleslaw this year, but just because we did so much last year. But yeah. So, and then they ate our sweet potatoes. We had, I don't know how many sweet potatoes down here. I don't know if we had a dozen. We had at least 6. 12. What's that? 12. Well, we had 12. Yeah, you can see right here. They might actually make it. They just chewed off the tops, but you know, some of them aren't. Some of them are just gonna die. So yeah, I don't know. The pumpkins over there are doing really well. The other squash is doing really well. So yeah, things are coming along, but just a little minor setback with yeah, wildlife. So okay. worked out here in the garden until dark last night. So, and this is what it turned out like. A little bit of weeding to be done along the edges of the plastic, but it's not that horrible. Not for the size of the garden it is. I was looking for well, there's deer tracks.
Pulled a squash. They pulled a squash right there. Oh, farther.
Well, I'm not seeing where they've chewed on any peppers. I don't know if you can see that. The pie tin's flipping a little bit and making a little bit of noise. Well, it doesn't look like anything came in the garden and stayed anyway. I'm not so embarrassed now to show you the garden. I was a little embarrassed yesterday, but yeah, tomato plants are doing good. A foot tall or so, really full and nice, and yep. So I don't know. They stayed out of it for one night anyway. Baby steps.